Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
But anyway, thanks for the Coors Light.
You're welcome. I have saved mine to open it because I like to have the
cracker. All right,
okay,
cheers.
Let's get started. There you go.
And we're drinking these Coorses out of with Britches and Hose koozies.
Yeah, we're drinking day beers instead of coffees because it's the afternoon.
Yes.
Because we went camping again.
And full disclosure, I had 2 White Claws. I'm Bridget.
I'm Wendy.
And this is Flickin' Beans.
We took a very deep dive into the Kellogg's family.
Yeah, we did. I think these pair extremely well.
Yes, they do.
Thank you.
We just don't have enough time to unpack everything that is in both of these films because they both have a lot.
Right.
And it's about different time periods of the Kellogg's. Yes. So there was a lot of differences there. And
let's talk about the older one first. Okay. That was The Road to Wellville.
Yes, 1993.
Or The Road
94?
to Shitsville with Friends Like You Who Needs Enemas. I don't know a super lot about Seventh-day Adventists, but this particular sanatorium started as that. And I know that they're very health oriented. The word confused me because I was thinking of sanatorium.
Yeah.
Which is wounded soldiers and whatever, like a convalescent recovery place. Sanitarium became a new word.
Oh, because of him?
Yeah, because of that place.
I was getting that confused too because I've heard sanatorium is like the hospital.
Yeah.
And the sanitarium.
Yes.
Kellogg's made it up.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, he made up a lot.
I don't like it because it says sanity is in the word.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Mm-hmm. Is it like a mental institution?
Weren't everybody's problems mental?
Yes.
For fucking real.
How often should one exonerate one's bowels?
One should never, ever interrupt one's desire to defecate.
It's mostly about poop, which I guess we learned that is important.
Masturbation.
Yeah.
And poop jokes.
Sex is the sewer drain of a healthy body, sir. Any use of the sexual act other than procreation is a waste of vital energy. Wasted seeds are wasted lives.
True, a lot about sex.
Which is why the people of Battle Creek really hated it. This place had over 1,000 employees during its busiest time. 30 buildings on 30 acres could hold up to 1,300 guests. Right. We start out with a couple on a train, and it's Matthew Broderick and Bridget Fonda, and they encounter John Cusack. Mm-hmm. It's a good cast, really.
It is. It has a lot of good characters.
Anthony Hopkins plays Dr. Kellogg, and full circle, Jack Nicholson was considered for the role. What the hell?
He's everywhere.
I know. We mentioned him last week in the Cheech and Chong episode.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I can't picture that really.
Yeah, I can't either. Plus, he had the teeth in. Mm-hmm. Bridget Fonda's character had been to the sanitarium a few times. Her husband, Matthew Broderick, has stomach issues. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking later, because of the whole frowning upon sex, that is 100% why he has stomach issues and pretty much made up physical ailments is because he's not getting any. And you can see that from the get-go when he has a hot nurse. He blinks and suddenly she's naked.
Yes, everybody's naked all the time.
Everybody.
In his mind.
Yeah, he's horny.
Yeah.
Horny.
Right away goes and cheats on his wife, which I don't like. But,
well,
I
mean, she's just not into it.
Yeah, until she meets the masseuse.
She thinks she's it's not a spa. That's where it seems to be weird.
It kind of is a spa. It's got spa elements. They have the milk bath and the
Don't you think
sauna.
That the treatment of the women in the sanitarium is much softer than the treatment of the men.
Yeah.
They're literally sitting with their feet in a bucket of water while being slightly electrocuted.
Yeah, so they won't get boners.
It's awful. And then
It makes everybody there crazy and
Yeah.
all horned up.
yeah, and they're mind controlled. What is it? Chew, chew, chew. I mean, yeah, we know it's important to chew your food, but if you're literally eating cereal, it's crazy.
Yeah.
We know cereal is not the healthiest thing to eat.
Right.
It wasn't sugar frosted then.
Still.
It was basically just corn. And corn is a sugar for reals.
It's a starch. Yeah, it's like
yeah.
not good. And it doesn't really have very much fiber
No.
compared to other grains and
And
stuff.
all they talked about was pooping, which is true. Something that Cameron Manheim said. And she's famously called overweight.
She's the one that introduces the wife to the German masseuse doctor.
Right. Cameron
Okay, yeah.
Manheim is a bigger woman. When she was on set, she had to get naked. And she's like, it's super mortifying to get naked in a room with 50 people. When she has her own body issues. And then
Sure.
she said, you know what? If we're gonna ever dispel the myth that fat women aren't beautiful, some woman is gonna have to get naked and be beautiful. And I think that was just the loveliest thing. She's kind of like Jesus. She did it for every woman. I love that.
Yeah, I liked her character in the film because she's kind of a rebel amongst them.
Wasn't she the one that she was getting off on the bicycle seat? Isn't this freeing? That's what it seemed like to me, is like the women were masturbating.
Right.
The men were not allowed. What a world. Ha!
I've heard actually from some health people on the internet that orgasms are always good for women.
Yeah.
Like you should just be having them all the time.
I know it.
But guys, actually, it can deplete your energy and you shouldn't coming every, I don't know what the word is. This is called flicking beans.
Ejaculating.
You should not be emptying your energy reserves, spilling your seed as much. Like it's not good for you to do it every day. Like it should be
Wow.
like more like once a week.
So is it an addiction?
I think sure, but I also think like it can't be that harmful for you.
You know what, though?
That's
I
just
mean,
people that want to like biohack and live forever.
from what I've heard, heroin is addictive.
Yeah.
Probably so is male masturbation. But yeah, I mean, you're not kidding. It's a huge stress reliever. And unless you do it yourself, it isn't going to happen. Truth. Don't lie. Truth. Dana Carvey is disgusting.
Yeah.
He's like the black sheep. Don't you feel like he was just like wanting physical affection?
He was wanting attention. And
Who was
affection.
the mom? Nobody, because he
Nobody.
adopted all of these kids.
Yeah, and he doesn't have sex, so why would he have a wife? Well, he can't procreate, right? That's part of the deal. And he had polio or something.
I don't know. It makes me remember Poor Things.
Yeah.
And that guy who couldn't procreate, or it would cause a tremor in him that would
because
last
he
for
was-
days.
Yeah, he was on life support and they couldn't. Kellogg's, you find out later that the real reason that he doesn't like want anyone to have sex is because he can't. And so he's like, well, it must be bad for you. He's convinced himself that.
Exactly.
Because he had some kind of childhood illness that made him. That's the background on that. So many wars and bad breakfast cereals could have been avoided if men could just
Right?
get laid.
Do you know that there were like 50 other cornflake manufacturers in Battle Creek at that same time?
Whoa.
We're talking early 1905.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things that John Cusack was trying to do, was like compete.
Yeah.
That's a whole side story. Women got mud baths, men got elected. That one guy gave Matthew Broderick that like belt.
Yeah.
Which was like a vibrator for a man. It was like leather and metal and it plugged in.
Yeah.
Shit. That's terrifying, to be honest.
Yeah, it was like an electrified chastity belt.
No, thank you. Not for me, but I'm also not a man.
Yeah, there was just
Oh, I know
so
what I
many
was
weird
gonna say.
contraptions that they had that really, made you wonder. But you
Yeah.
think now, though, that all of that kind of stuff still exists.
Yeah.
There's still places giving you enemas, which they've basically said is not really that good for you. Unless you have, like, an impaction or something. You shouldn't be getting enemas.
No. And they call it a colonic.
Colonic, right.
Doesn't that sound like a cocktail? Maybe it is. I don't know.
It probably
What they
is.
spray up there. Goodness.
Ooh.
I like your bidet better than what I imagine a colonic must be like. Yikes. You need that stuff in there. We learned that from the gut.
We did. This ultimately, I feel like this movie could be summed up. It's a fecal fetish film.
Yes, yes.
Because it's very sexual, but there's also just so much poop.
Yep.
And like poop talk, but also like literal poop happening
Yes,
because people are
yes.
getting enemas. And then Dana Carvey's character, who's the
Yep.
adopted son, comes back and starts throwing pans of poop at people. Oh my gosh. When Matthew Broderick
Gross.
first gets there and he has to poop in a pan while they're all in the room, just
Yeah.
behind that like half shade.
Hi.
Could you ever? No, I
He
could never.
was so mortified. And he already has so much anxiety.
Yeah, and he was having trouble pooping anyway.
Yes.
So how do you do that on command?
Hell no. Oh, that's probably like how it is in the sperm bank sometimes. Like, fill this cup with jizzy.
I think there they at least give you a magazine or something.
Yeah. Or a video.
Yeah.
Getting jiggy with it. Getting jizzy with it. Na 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 na.
What kind of movie would they give you so that you could poop?
Goodness.
So-
Wow.
Like something that might startle it out
I
of
don't
you,
know.
or what?
They should just give me a bunch of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mostly that. Jeez, gross. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you because there were 2 people that died that Matthew Broderick witnessed.
Yeah.
So I looked up how many people actually died. And even though the movie is about 80% based on fact, there was one person that died during the fire. The fire was real. They rebuilt. It later became like a military sanatorium. Yes. And I think it is still to this day. Yeah. Crazy. Anyone and everyone should look that shit up. Okay, let's just visit the German doctor
Yes,
for a
okay.
second. This really, really, really was a thing. Used to treat hysteria in women with
I mean, it probably
that's
does
called
work.
hormones.
Yeah.
That's called moods. We're calling it digital manipulation.
Yeah, they said he was manipulating her womb.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not your womb.
Oh.
I mean, how?
It-
Unless he was really getting in there, but
It's
That
not
seems
your
uncomfortable.
womb. Yeah. That's called your G-spot and your clitoris. Dolores rhymes with clitoris. Yeah, and he was singing while he was singing in German.
yeah.
I'm not opposed. Woo-hoo! Coffee break! Let's talk about our beans.
Hey Bean Flickers, have you followed us yet? We are on Instagram and Facebook at Flickin' Beans Pod. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave us a review.
Would you go?
Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, if you're just gonna like get to sit back and be
Right?
manipulated.
yeah. It's
And
not
and
sex.
It's a doctor. It's okay.
Is it sex?
It is. Yeah. I think so.
Sexual healing, baby.
Anytime if genitals are being touched, I think that counts.
Am I having sex with your bidet? Let me just leave that there.
What you do in the bathroom is your business.
Right? Word. Word up. Oh my gosh. So you want to go on to the next one? We have supplied some facts and, let's all travel back to 1905 and get digitally manipulated. Boom.
Right. And also don't have the audacity to have a heart attack and die because it's so unprofessional.
Yes, it is.
One of the workers just passes out dead.
Sorry.
And then Kellogg's is like, how dare you? This is
Yeah.
so embarrassing. It's so unprofessional for you to die in front of here while I'm trying to get people well.
Right, right. Well, he died too. He
Right.
wasn't so healthy himself, but
Moving
all
on.
right.
Next one, Unfrosted,
Freaking love it.
2024.
Yes.
Brand new movie. So these were 30 years apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And about that, no, because this was like in the 60s. So
Oh, yeah. It
It's
takes
set in the
place
60s.
In the 60s. During the cereal wars.
yes, of Battle Creek.
It's for real.
Yeah.
That's a real thing, too.
This must be after all those 40 or whatever cornflakes merged, and now there's just two. Very American of them.
Post.
Yeah.
And Kellogg, which is, it is so great. The characters that they bring out.
Yeah.
But they're real. Other than, I mean, there aren't real life snap, crackle, and pop. There isn't a real life Tony the Tiger played by a Shakespearean actor. Wait, yes, it was. Tony the Tiger was really played by Thurl Ravenscroft.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds like something from Harry Potter.
For real. So he was 50 years as Tony the Tiger. He's also the voice behind You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch.
Oh,
Isn't that fun?
that is fun.
Yep.
Okay. I love that movie.
Basically, Jerry Seinfeld is character who worked at Kellogg's. The setup is he's telling the story to a little boy at the counter of like an ice cream shop. And everything is super overacted. It's very Jerry Seinfeld's shtick, and he doesn't really stray too far from that quote Seinfeld
Yeah.
character. Has kids in it, and all the kids are very overacted because it's like looking back.
Yeah.
You know, he's telling a story versus you're not there while it's happening. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very over the top, very campy. Yeah, there's just so many characters and they're all great.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of big names in it too.
Also-
Like everybody's
yeah.
in this movie.
Yeah.
Because I guess Jerry Seinfeld, he can get whoever he wants.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of big names.
Yeah, Melissa
You're right.
McCarthy,
Oh, she was so great.
Amy Schumer.
Amy
is-
Schumer as
Post.
Mrs. Post.
Yeah.
Or Miss Post. I don't think she was. Anyway, that's
Yeah, she
not
wasn't
important.
Yeah, but she was playing a real character, which is one of the first female CEOs in the U.S.
And for real, that panel that they pulled together to develop Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Harold von Brunhut, the inventor of sea monkeys.
Yes.
Really was a Nazi sympathizer. And in the movie, he was way less extreme than he was in real life.
Sure. They couldn't probably dig too much into that.
Oh, heck.
When he's like, where was I in the 40s?
Yeah.
At one point, he's like, I don't remember.
I will not comment. The Soviet Union really did play a part
Oh.
in the Post's sugar chain supply.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was something going on.
for sure.
They had children as taste testers. That was for real. And the executives did make the Andy Warhol connection. Pop-Tart, Pop Art. And there's a point in the movie where he comes up and he's like, you basically stole my,
Yeah.
you're piggybacking. Marjorie Post literally did build Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. She was like the super richest female executive at the time. That is crazy cakes.
Yeah. Yeah, they make a point to say at the end of the movie that that fact was true.
Yeah.
That she bought Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
And the movie ends in my favorite way that all movies should end is with a musical number, even though it's not a musical. I love that. When 40-Year-Old Virgin does that too, it's just like totally out of place, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Because you can tell they're all having fun doing it. Because
for
who
real.
doesn't love a choreographed musical number?
Listen, like in the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm having a party with a bespoke song and dance number. I love it. with choreography.
Yeah.
Love it.
Let's go to live in Barbie land.
Yeah, I love Barbie Land. People who just haven't seen it, I just go on and on about it. I'm like, I think I've seen it 8 times, and I love it every time. It's got everything.
Yeah.
Action, whatever. Doctor, the orgasm, it's called hysterical paroxysm. The end. This is all.
So really, like, not everybody should just be coming.
Yeah,
Because then men wouldn't be starting wars or cereal companies, and
correct.
women would not have so much mental illness.
Correct.
So just get out there, get after it.
Get after it. Pitter patter. Let's get at her.
There's
God.
nothing wrong with a little toe curling.
Oh my god. All right.
Yeah. Do you think there's just a Letterkenny podcast? Because if there isn't, maybe
There should be.
Yeah. So big question about this movie about Pop-Tarts. What is your favorite flavor? What's the best Pop-Tart flavor?
I don't like Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
And didn't they also say they're all the same flavor?
They
just
said that in
have
the movie,
different
yeah.
color.
I don't know if that's true, but
What is the thing that's not a Pop-Tart, but it's flakier?
oh, the toaster strudel.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Gretchen Wiener's dad invented those
Who's
from
Gretchen
Mean Girls.
Wiener?
One of the girls, she's rich because her dad invented toaster strudels.
Oh, nice. No, those are pretty good. But the Pop-Tart, it's so dry.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But, if you're a kid, definitely. You don't want the Post country squares.
Right.
You want the Pop-Tart. It's more cool. Nobody wants to be a square from the country.
Yeah.
They want to be a Pop-Tart.
I do think that the off-brand Pop-Tarts are sometimes better, though.
Probably.
Like the off-brand, like Walmart brand or something like that.
Great value.
Yeah, is better.
Okay.
And brown sugar is the best flavor. That's my vote right here.
And I want to say they could very well be made in the same factory.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's look into that.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, big debate.
Anything else?
Sure, probably.
Tell me.
Did you find any of this in your research? Like how much Kellogg's and Post actually was involved in making this? They had to have signed off on it, right?
I don't know.
Because
I didn't look that up.
They use like their logos and stuff like that, but
Oh, yeah.
I did see just in passing that I guess Seinfeld got in a little bit of trouble with Post
Oh,
because he went outside of the bound of whatever they had agreed, I guess. But I don't know the full, like he used one of the icons they didn't approve or something
oh,
like that.
jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Oh, wow. Maybe he paid them.
I'm sure he had to do something to get.
Nobody wants to look bad.
Mm-hmm.
No. In a movie with their real name in it.
Right. Yeah, they do
Yeah.
poke fun at the industries though, for sure. And
Yeah.
like I think, they're talking about just put more sugar and gluten in it.
For real.
Put it back out there.
Uh-huh. Yep. It's crazy.
What
I
a- yeah,
do love a cereal.
Yeah, I know. That's another thing. Like I liked as a kid and don't really care for as an adult.
Yeah.
I'm not very much into like drinking milk as an adult, and it's like drinking milk.
Put that
Milk
coconut milk in there. Milk soup it is. Oh my god. It's better than clam chowder.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think seafood should be in soup.
I do. I like a
stinky.
fish stew.
Yeah, like a fish pho.
No,
Like-
well, it's like I cut up like pieces of tilapia. I cut them when they're frozen. It's really easy to cut. It has potatoes in it, carrots, onions, throw in a few tomatoes at the end. You're not keen on those, so you wouldn't have to, but it's pretty good. You put a little fish sauce in it. Yeah,
I'm just really grossed out by like boiled fish. I don't know. It sounds.
I hear ya.
My dad used to make salmon soup, and it was gross, and it stuck up the whole house,
Weird. Yeah.
and it was just nasty.
You can't be that person who's like Heating up your lunch at the work microwave.
Yeah, my mom hates it too, so he hasn't. I can't even remember the last time he did it. But as a kid, like every once in a while, maybe like once a year, he'd be like, "I want some salmon soup,"
No.
and then he would make something else and then cook his on the side because nobody else would eat it.
I've never even heard of salmon soup.
Yeah, well,
I've heard of lobster bisque.
sure.
Yada, yada, yada.
Soup season.
Yep. Well, all right. I mean, did we do it?
Did we flick?
Did we do it?
Yeah, I think we flicked
Flick
some bees. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.